Why did you keep the towel on the bed?
कि मेरा ओपिनियन शायद रिस्पेक्टेड ही नहीं है इस घर में.
It triggers me, and then that leads to lot of fights.
हमारे जो भी झगड़े होते हैं ना वो ये दो सवालों के बारे में होते हैं.
Whenever you are in a triggered fight with your partner, and this kind of situation occurs,
If I am contributing a lot in this marriage, और इसे रिसर्च ने एक नाम भी दिया है जिसे हम कहते हैं एमिगडाला हाईजैक. तुम मुझे बहुत बार कहते हो ना कि तुम अभी तो ठीक थे और अब तुम्हें सडनली क्या हो गया.
I basically when I get into a fight with my wife.
बट इसके पीछे का साइंस क्या कहता है वो भी हमें जानना बहुत जरूरी है. You think you have lots of fights in your marriages? No. There are actually only 3. Until you figure out what they are about, these fights will keep coming back. Not now for another 20-25 years of marriage, but just in different costumes.
This is Out Loud with Rahul and Monica. Welcome to a new episode. Today we'll be talking about the fights that keep happening year after year. If you are one of those people who have noticed a pattern in this video is for you. And honestly, Harvard, Gottman Institute, decades of research have already decoded this. Today we are going to talk exactly about that and also about what happens in our house. Let's get into it.
Couples don't fight about money or in-laws or about phone. I think ये हमारे सारे जो झगड़े होते हैं ना ये 3 सवालों के इर्द गिर्द ही घूमते रहते हैं. And these questions we silently keep asking to ourselves. So पहला सवाल ये हो सकता है कि जैसे who decides, मतलब घर पे फाइनल कॉल कौन लेगा, what we are going to do on this Sunday, और whose career bends first, right? सवाल दूसरा ये हो सकता है कि डू यू सी मी. जैसे अगर मेरा एक हेक्टिक शेड्यूल रहा है और मैं दिन भर की थकान के बाद घर आ रही हूँ तो डू यू सी मी, डू यू केयर दैट आई हैड अ बैड डे, और डू यू रियली थिंक दैट आई एग्जिस्ट इन दिस हाउस. तीसरा सवाल ये हो सकता है कि जैसे डू आई मैटर, लाइक डू यू रियली थिंक दैट वॉट एवर आई एम कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटिंग इन दिस मैरिज इज बीइंग वैल्यूड. या फिर ये हो सकता है कि जैसे डू यू रियली रिस्पेक्ट माई ओपिनियन, या फिर यू जस्ट टॉक ओवर और वॉक ओवर और dismiss me and feel that my work is smaller than yours. ये भी हो सकता है. तो इन्हीं सवालों के इर्द गिर्द हम हमेशा अपने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स और फाइट जो है ये चलाते रहते हैं घर पे.
Let's take an example of our house. For example, when there is a fight about why did you keep the towel on the bed. So this is a superficial thing. Underneath the topic that is going on is who decides to run this house. Okay, like you said. Another example is that when there is a matter of discussion where the maid is in the house and she is doing most of the work, and discussion about the underlying discussion is actually about does my work actually seem significant to you or not?
Yeah, like
right?
Whose career counts more, mine or yours? Whose career is going to take a back foot, mine or yours?
Right. If we decide the maid's work also in that. And the third one, when Monica says that you were in the phone all evening, and I am sure most of the wives will have that complaint. But underneath the actual question is, do you see me or not? Do you see me or not?
Exactly. और मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि मेरे और राहुल के बीच में हमारे जो भी झगड़े होते हैं ना वो ये 2 सवालों के बारे में होते हैं. जैसे who decides and do I matter. For example, अगर हम देखें कि राहुल has decided something without checking on me और without considering me, तो मुझे ऐसे लगेगा कि मेरा ओपिनियन शायद रिस्पेक्टेड ही नहीं है इस घर में. या फिर ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कभी I have decided something without approving or without taking Rahul's approval about that, then Rahul will feel that he is not being heard. तो अब तक तो हमें यही लगता रहता था कि हमारे शादी में ये जो सारे झगड़े या ये आर्ग्यूमेंट जो चल रहे हैं, these are about the small petty things like money or in-laws or phone, but the fights are not about this. The fight are about these 3 questions. They keep coming back, but in different outfits and every time. तो चलो हम इसे थोड़ा डेप्थ में देखते हैं. जैसे अभी हमने इन 3 सवालों के बारे में बात की, तो ये तो हमने वी हैव टॉक्ड जस्ट ऑन द सर्फेस, बट अंडरनीथ इट लाइज आर सम फ्यू वुंड्स दैट वी कीप डिफेंडिंग, और इसके बारे में हम कभी भी बात नहीं करते. इन एवरी फाइट, इन एवरी मैरिज.
The 4 wounds.
Yeah, the 4 wounds actually. So let's talk about it. The first wound, which is I am not being heard. मतलब मैं कुछ कहती हूँ फिर तुम उसे सुनते नहीं हो, मैं कुछ और कहने की कोशिश करती हूँ तो तुम उसे पूरा नहीं होने देते हो, और फिर मुझे लगता है oh my god, I am not being heard. And you know what happens? This triggers back in my childhood. क्योंकि तब वहां पे कोई एक elderly आवाज थी जो मुझे कुछ कहने नहीं दे रही थी. And then I felt like okay, my voice is not being heard. Wound 2, आई एम नॉट बीइंग सीन. जैसे अगर मैं घर आ रही हूँ अपने हेक्टिक शेड्यूल के बाद में, और जैसे वी स्टे इन द सेम हाउस और वी स्टे इन द सेम रूम, बट आई फील लाइक ओ माई गॉड, दिस पार्टनर ऑफ माइन इज नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन टू मी. सो दिस गिव्स अ मैसेज टू माई नर्वस सिस्टम that I am invisible to this person who should be paying attention. Wound 3, I feel alone. जैसे अब हम 2 लोग एक शादी में हैं, we stay in the same house, we sleep in the same bed, but still I feel that I am alone. And why do I feel so? ऐसा नहीं है कि वहां पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम है और टेक्निकली देयर इज समथिंग विच इज रॉन्ग. दिस वुंड एक्टिवेट्स इन लॉन्ग मैरिजेस. इट्स नॉट बिकॉज समथिंग इज रॉन्ग टेक्निकली, बट बिकॉज इमोशनली एवरीथिंग इज मिसिंग.
And it's not like it happens every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen every day, but whenever it happens, it is the core wound is among these 4 ones.
Yeah.
And you are not able to actually identify it. That's the trick we need to learn. To identify the actual wound beneath, and that will actually make you more aware of yourself.
Yeah.
Which is the 4th one?
The 4th one is that I am not being valued. I think इससे तो बहुत सारी females भी शायद connect कर पाएंगी, relate
Men
कर
are also
पाएंगी.
connecting by that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि जैसे अगर if I am contributing a lot in this marriage, if I am doing lot of compromises, I am doing lot of contributions, but कोई register ही नहीं कर रहा है मेरे contribution को, तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है I am being taken granted for a lot of time. And what happens? That brings lot of suppressed emotions. And you know, the suppressed emotions, they do not stay quiet for a long time. It comes out, but it doesn't come out in that specific fight. It will come out after years.
Yeah, that is a problem. Definitely that is a problem. And about myself, I mean, I mostly relate to the first wound, which
Okay.
is like I want to be heard, or
Yeah.
I'm not heard.
Yeah.
And this thing actually gets triggered when my sentences are cut in between, or Monica overrides my sentences. And not just sentences, it is your thoughts, it's a narrative. And it is not a big deal. I mean, looking back, it is not a big deal when it happens like that. The fight looks like it is about a particular discussion, let's say about finance, or let's say about where to keep what, how to invest, etc. But if you are not able to speak the entire sentence, or you are not able to put your thought well and then receive the acknowledgement of it, it triggers me, and then that leads to a lot of fights. This is what I have noticed. 80% of my fights are like this.
और आई थिंक मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि मैं कोरिलेट करूंगी उस 4th wound से, वेयर आई फील दैट आई एम नॉट बीइंग वैल्यूड. मतलब ऐसे मुझे लगता है जैसे आई हैव गिवन लॉट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस इन टर्म्स ऑफ माय वर्क, माय टाइम, माय डिसीजंस, और जब कभी ऐसे होता है कि राहुल हैज डिसमिस्ड माय ओपिनियन, तो it gives me a very bad feeling that okay, my inputs are not being valued in this house. या फिर अगर वो मुझे कहता है कि okay, do whatever you feel is fine, then I feel that oh my god, this has activated my deeper wound from childhood, and that is triggering some unsaid things in the marriage.
Yeah, it is important to understand that this is coming from that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I said, the wounds keep getting deeper, and your fights keep repeating. You don't understand that it is coming from the same thing.
ये तो हो गए अभी हमारे जो 3 सवाल जिसके बारे में हमने बात की, और द डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म्स दैट यू यूजुअली डू नॉट टॉक अबाउट और यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ. बट इसके पीछे का साइंस क्या कहता है वो भी हमें जानना बहुत जरूरी है, एंड दैट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू नो. देखो होता क्या है ना, हमारे ब्रेन में एक बहुत छोटा सा हिस्सा होता है विच इज लाइक एन आलमंड शेप्ड, विच इज कॉल्ड एज एमिगडाला. अब ये एमिगडाला जो होता है ना, ये हमारा सर्वाइवल ऑफ द ब्रेन या सर्वाइवल सिस्टम होता है. नाउ व्हेन दिस एमिगडाला feels that it is threatened, this will shut off the survival system of the brain, which is your prefrontal cortex. And what happens? Then the system goes into fight, flight or freeze mode. अब होता क्या है कि जैसे ही आपको पता चलता है कि that the amygdala feels that it is being threatened, इट विल शट ऑफ द प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स. बट जरूरी नहीं है कि ये जो थ्रेट है फिजिकल ही हो. ये थ्रेट मतलब अगर राहुल ने मुझसे कभी डिसमिसल टोन में बात कर ली या कोई प्रोवोक्ड शब्द यूज कर लिया, इट कैन गेट थ्रेटेंड एज बैडली एज विद दीज वर्ड्स एंड विच आर नॉट फिजिकल. सो दैट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू नो अबाउट. और इसे रिसर्च में एक नाम भी दिया है जिसे हम कहते हैं एमिगडाला हाईजैक, विच इज नेम्ड बाय डैनियल गोलमैन इन अ हार्वर्ड इंस्टीट्यूट रिसर्च, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग.
Yeah, so basically this is coming from, I guess, our hunter-gatherer system, which was developed for millions of years. And I think in about 0.3 seconds, this amygdala is able to put you in that state of survival mechanisms, which actually helped us back in the day. But as of today, it helps us at some times, but it also causes fights to happen in cozy houses of ours. So let me just very quickly translate in layman terms. Whenever you are in a triggered fight with your partner and this kind of situation occurs, at that point of time your survival mechanism is getting into play now. So for the next 20 minutes nothing rational is going to come out, okay? And if both the amygdalas, as in the amygdalas of both the partners, are triggered or activated at that point of time, for the next 20 minutes you cannot expect any rational thing to happen.
Yeah.
And it is very important to note this, because in the coming solutions we will talk about it. How can we avoid anything bad happening in this 20 minutes timeline?
और एक और चीज है जो साइंस हमें बताती है, एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी माइंड ब्लोइंग. तो देखो क्या होता है, हमारा जो ब्रेन है ना, इट डज नॉट स्टोर मेमोरीज बाय डेट, इट स्टोर्स मेमोरीज बाय इमोशंस. तो अगर राहुल ने मुझे कुछ कह दिया जहां पे मुझे ऐसे लगने लग जाए कि आई फील दैट आई एम बीइंग डिसमिस्ड, इट्स नॉट दैट इट विल ट्रिगर मी इंस्टेंटली. व्हाट हैपेंस इज इट विल ट्रिगर ऑल दोज मेमोरीज वेयर आई हैड फेल्ट दैट आई हैड बीन डिसमिस्ड इन द पास्ट. मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लाइक माई फादर हैड डिसमिस्ड me in my childhood, या फिर the boss had dismissed me at my workplace. So all these things will come together and it will trigger all those defense mechanisms. So ये कोई एक चीज नहीं है जो हमारा suppressed emotion को hurt करती है या हमें गुस्सा दिलाती है. These are all those cumulative things, and that is why it is not just one fight at Tuesday night which is going to mess up things in a marriage. It is all those things which had been happening over years, and then after 5 or 7 years it will come out in a very piled up form.
They say that your body remembers. So
Yeah.
I feel when you go through these traumatic experiences, you may come over it and you may move on also, but your body remembers the response to it. And whenever something like that occurs again, it goes into that state immediately. So that is what I think you were talking about.
Yeah.
There's one more thing which I want to talk about, specifically in Indian families. Okay. Whenever you are in an intense fight with your partner, there is not just the two people in the room. There is your family also, the childhood version of your family present in the room. For example, if there was an elder sibling who was not listening to you, you were getting dismissed in childhood, that sibling is there. Let's say you had a father who was angry all the time, he is there in the room. The teenager that was made to feel small, or the child who was asked to stay silent all the time, all of them are present in the room, and your partner is fighting all of them.
Yes, so it depends upon how you perceive these dissatisfactions coming from your partner. You just take it as a feedback from your partner, or this triggers your inner wounds which have not been healed or which have not been said for a long time, and these were never addressed. So they come up in this form. And in India, you know, this gets complicated. It is even worse in Indian marriages. होता क्या है ना कि जैसे boys or girls, they are being raised up in a very different system or in a very different way. For a girl, she is always being taught कि तुम्हें you have to tolerate, you have to listen, you have to adjust. And what happens, they are built up that way, and then they try suppressing their emotions. But for a boy, they are being raised up in a way where they are being said that you be a man. you do not cry, you do not be weak, or you sound very steady to your family. So what happens that they either explode or they shut down completely. और यही होता है आगे जाके फिर हमारी शादियों में. Like the wife is suppressing her emotions at one point and the husband is either exploding or shutting down completely. So both the defense or both the wounds are coming out, but their defenses are coming out in a different way.
So basically it is the same wound but different defenses, and for both husband and wife. And I will admit to this, I basically, when I get into a fight with my wife, I isolate myself, I shut down, which is called as stonewalling. And because in my childhood also and during the years I got raised, I understood that fighting aggression doesn't work.
And you are
Silence
not being
does.
raised up that way also.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could see also things around me. Silence does work. Like if one person withdraws, then probably there won't be any clashes to continue.
Yeah.
That was the logic I was built with. And over the years of disagreements and agreements with Monica, I realized that this is exactly what triggers her. Yeah, that someone who is stonewalling you, that means you are not even worth my words. That is the feeling of dismissal, which again triggers her.
और मेरे लिए क्या होता है ना कि जैसे आई विल यूजुअली सप्रेस माई इमोशंस एंड अदरवाइज देन आई विल एक्सप्लोड. तो कभी कभी ऐसे होता है कि राहुल तुम मुझे बहुत बार कहते हो ना कि तुम अभी तो ठीक थी और अब तुम्हें सडनली क्या हो गया. सो इट इज नॉट दैट एग्जैक्ट मोमेंट विच हैज ट्रिगर्ड मी. इट इज ऑल दोज थिंग्स ऑफ स्टोर्ड हर्ट ऑफ 3 weeks which are coming out all together, and this is messing up my mind. All these things are coming out as different defense mechanisms from both the sides. अब मैं जैसे आपको बताती हूँ कि गॉटमैन इंस्टीट्यूट है विच इज अ यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ वॉशिंगटन. इनका एक रिसर्च है The 4 horsemen of marriage, which is criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. They actually predict divorce with 94% accuracy. I mean, this is hard to believe, but they do that. So what happens in India, or usually men, they tend to stonewall, and women, they tend to suppress. So both are conditioning. These are not personalities, but this is how we are being conditioned, and these are the factors which are usually used as predictors for divorce.
So here's the deal. Understanding all this is good, but breaking the pattern of fights, breaking that cycle is the real deal. Okay. And we needed a framework so that we can understand and we can remember it every time we got into a situation like this on, let's say, a Tuesday night. It's called as pause. It is a 4-step process. And step number 1 is you have to pause your body. For example, when you are getting into this situation, you realize that your amygdala is going to get hijacked. Basically, the rule is that once your heart rate goes above 95, understand there is no rational conversation going to happen after that.
You should stop there itself.
Yeah, so at that point, say it out loud that this is biology now, so let's pause.
Let's take some time off
for 20 minutes.
Other. Yeah.
For 20 minutes. Let's take some time off for 20 minutes and come back.
Yeah.
This is necessary because if you don't do that, there won't be any rational conversation coming. The real you will not come and something else will happen, which is always worse than taking a break.
Step 2, ask yourself what wound has activated. So ask yourself, the fight on the surface is about what, and what wound it has activated underneath. So is it about am I not being heard? Is it about am I not being seen? Is it about I am not being valued? So this shift of going from the topic to the wound will change the pattern of every fight, and this will solve most of the things because now you're looking at the real thing.
Step number 3, understand whose ghost from the past is in the room. So basically what it means is that most fights that occur, almost 70% of the fights, are because of the wounds and bruises that happened in the past. So most of them are not from the present. And the moment you realize that your partner is not the one who has triggered or who has done that harm, they have only done a touch on the bruises which are already there, the intensity of the entire matter drops by half.
Yeah, so that insight or the realization is very important.
Yeah.
Step 4, say the wound not the topic. So now, like after you have taken a pause for 20 minutes and both the systems are reset, you should go back to the wound, not to the topic. जैसे मैं कह सकती हूँ कि when I feel that you are saying something, there is something that activates in me, like I am not being heard, I am not being seen, or I am not being valued. So यहाँ पर हम किसी को attack नहीं कर रहे. This is a sign of vulnerability. This is not accusation. And when you start doing these things, it will end your fights permanently. And we have also observed it quite a few times, because now you are talking about the real thing.
So you have to start with I.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to start with I, not with you.
Yeah. So I will always not look like you are attacking.
Yep. All right. Even if you are not able to remember the 4 steps, just remember the first one. That is, pause the body.
Yeah.
If you get into a fight. Honestly, everything else follows from there. See, we are not perfect. We fight a lot. We disagree. We say things we don't mean. We get hijacked. Even after all of this, just by understanding this entire scenario and the things behind it, we are able to break the pattern.
Yeah.
So it doesn't convert into a 20-year-long repeatable loop again.
Yeah. So it's not that we have figured it out everything. We are saying it loud openly, not because we have figured it out, because we have taken it from books, we have read it there, we have taken it from research. Now even doctors are saying this, therapists are saying this, who are doing it for work. Now celebrities, athletes and world leaders, they are saying it out openly, therapy, counseling. So it is not a sign of weakness. It is not a sign that your marriage is falling apart. I think it is a sign of maturity and one of the smartest thing that two people can do together. And if this episode helps you avoid even single fight tonight, then we have done our job. So tell us in the comments, which of the 3 fights happens in most of your marriages? Is it who decides? Is it do you see me? Or is it do I really matter? And which of the wounds activates in most of you? Alone, heard, seen, valued.
We read all the comments. If you like this video, please like it. If you think that some of your friends would actually benefit from it, please share it with them. And it's been 3 episodes now. If you like the content of this channel, please go and subscribe. This is Out Loud, and see you in the next week.